the regular meeting to order. I'm going to do roll call. Councilmember Chapman?
Here.
Councilmember Clayton?
Here.
Councilmember Kendall?
Present.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Here.
Please rise for a silent prayer, a moment of reflection, please. Flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As to comply with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, adequate notice at this meeting has been provided in the following manner. The annual notice was forwarded to the Asbury Park Press, the Coaster, and the Star Ledger on January 4, 2018, and posted on the bulletin board the same date. All notices are on file with the city clerk. At this time, can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public, please?
Move it.
Second.
Anybody who wishes to speak before the council, please state your name and address for the record. Each member of the public has 3 minutes to speak.
Thank you, John Grant, 4th Avenue, Asbury Park. I would like everyone on the council and the city staff to look up and look me in the eye. That includes Michael and that includes Cindy. All I have to say is hashtag slow the cars.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Good evening, Council, Mayor and Council. First of all,
State your name and address,
oh,
please.
sorry, Louise Murray, I should know that by now. Louise Murray, Asbury Park. First of all, I made not a complaint, but I mentioned a few meetings back about the noise in Asbury, and I thought it was the Tides Motel, or hotel, I should say. And I have to comment that it was addressed immediately. Somebody came by the house, I wasn't home, they put the card in my door, Veronica, I believe it was, to address the issue. She went to my neighbor, who was at 401 7th Avenue, and said, we have a complaint. And she said, not me. She says, I'm not the noisy one. She says, it's that house across the street. And the house across the street, kitty corner, it's on the southwest corner, 500 7th Avenue. So when she was standing there, she turned to the other person that was with her and said, oh, that's Francesco. He has a special permit. So I go to City Hall, and I did pick up the information on him. It is Francesco, but unfortunately I couldn't find it tonight. I wanted all the information about his house. And I have 2 questions. One question is, I don't know what a special permit means, because the house is vacant most of the time until they have some blowout party, and they go nuts over there, and I don't know who's in it, who's out of there, or whatever. The second thing is, I like that Airbnb address. If we have it, if we don't have it, I like to know, what's the position of the city. And another thing, everybody thinks, oh, because you live on that side of town, it's a great area. It's not. It's not a neighborhood. It's not a neighborhood like your neighborhood, John, or yours, Amy, or any one of you up there. The east of Grand Avenue is no longer a neighborhood. You don't know who's in the neighborhood. You don't know who's walking by. You don't know who's moving in, whether it be a weekend. It is incredible. I mean, I had somebody ransack my car just for the fun of it. Just go up my driveway. Well, I left my car open, so it was my fault. But it took nothing. The sunglasses, they left it there. They just wanted me to know because they ransacked my car. Then there was a guy, poor thing, a bicycle hooked to a pole for months. So 2 days after the ransack of the car, I noticed that the tire's gone. So I said, oh, maybe the gentleman, whoever belongs to, got his rear tire fixed. 3 days later, they took the other tire, so I had to call up the police. I called the police to let them know there's some action going on in my neck of the woods. So that being said, I wanted to address the neighborhood type of thing, and I need an answer on the other things. I have one other thing about the road, but that's okay. That's it. Can I address your Main Street?
Address what?
The Main Street real quick.
Go ahead.
The bump outs are horrific. I'm here to tell you, my husband was a surveyor, got surveyor of the year from the engineers and the surveyors of the state of New Jersey, and he always said to me, Lou, he says, Asbury Park is the best laid out city of all the cities that I have ever surveyed in the whole state of New Jersey. I'm here to tell you, Bradley must be rolling in his grave. I can't even imagine what happened to the monumentation in this city. The bump outs, the this, the that, it's horrific. Couldn't anybody say no to the state? I don't get that.
No, we couldn't say no to the state. Yes, we tried to say no to the state. The state insisted on the bump outs. So, and we'll see how they work out. They did say when they break them with their plows, they will come back and fix them. That's what we were concerned about, plus the sweepers. So that's a question there. As far as Francisco, never heard of him.
Francesco, or whatever.
Francesco, can you give us an exact address?
500
500?
7th Avenue.
507th Avenue? We'll look into it tomorrow and give you a
I
call.
don't know what that meant. They said, oh, he has a special permit.
I never heard of it before in my life either.
Francisco Bibiani is the owner. It's a short-term rental. It was inspected in March. It's a 5-bedroom with a maximum occupancy of 13 people. On July 12th, Ronica was out there, spoke to the neighbor, and said that if there is any complaints of noise, to call the police department so we can hit a card on the animal house ordinance. And since
Oh,
there's
that's
no
right.
complaints.
She did say that they told her, if you have any complaints, dial 911. And I'm thinking,
I wouldn't dial 911.
no,
You just call the
no,
commander.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
dial 911.
No, I wouldn't dial 911. I always call direct the police department.
Okay, so we know it's a short-term rental, and we know there's complaints there, so.
I didn't know we were doing that, and I didn't know about the Airbnb. What's going on with that?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the same as,
It's on the ballot.
Oh,
What
okay.
the question's on the ballot. If you vote yes, you've deregulated all of the regulations that we put in, which means it's a complete and utter free-for-all in short-term rentals. So a no keeps the regulations.
Okay.
And just so everyone knows, and Eileen and I were talking about this a little earlier tonight, we're still, Eileen and I were talking about it, although Yvonne and I were on the committee, we're still tweaking it. Like, that was our first year, right? That was our first year figuring out what to do. And so now we've taken some feedback and really tried to figure out how we can continue to regulate short-term rentals in a way that's fair for everyone in this city. So the short-term rental may have some modifications, probably after the election, just to ensure that it stays.
We're heading down.
But if people vote yes on the ballot question, it deregulates short-term rentals throughout this entire city. It's an utter and complete free-for-all.
Well, we're going down the road of Belmar. Everybody I meet loves.
And keep in mind, it can't be touched for 3 years. So it's a free-for-all for 3 years.
Well,
Hey,
my
thank you.
neighbor- yeah, okay.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you.
Hi, Rita Moreno, 8th Avenue. We came up Bangs Avenue tonight again, and that, I don't know if Sylvia's here, she's gonna be against this. The parquet, is that what they call that thing?
Parklet.
All right. Well, that's okay if you want to do that. But how come a person that comes to town and is repairing something on Cookman Avenue and has to pay $30 a day for the meter? You think that's fair? Nobody's paying that meter. That's $210 a week. And somebody that comes to repair a building on Cookman Avenue has to pay for that meter, $30 a day. And that it's all about fairness, and it's about being fair to everybody that comes here. That's not being fair. It's not being fair to me, because I pay taxes, not being fair to the person that parks on Cookman Avenue to repair a building and has to pay $30 a day for the meter. Now, I mean, you gotta be fair about everything you do, and it seems like you're off balance sometimes when you have the petitions on the boardwalk and things like that, and people don't pay the right price to rent a space. I mean, you can't play favoritism because it gets around. It's a very small town, and everything gets around, and it's unfair. And how do you explain that? That somebody has to pay $30 on Cookman and somebody over here doesn't pay anything on Bangs? Not fair.
When you say someone doesn't pay anything, you're saying the parklet doesn't pay, right? Just so I'm clear on your point.
Do they
Okay.
pay?
No, the parklet's the city.
What?
The city owns the parklet, Rita, right? The city owns the parklet.
Oh, I don't know. When did you buy that?
We built it.
We built it.
We built it.
And
What are you
painted
talking
it.
about? The parking space? I can't hear you good.
Well, let her have her minute. I don't want to kill your
Okay.
minutes. I'm sorry.
That is a parking space with a meter. That's
Yes.
all I know.
Yep.
On Bangs Avenue, and nobody pays the meter. Nobody. I don't care what you own or what we own. That's not fair. You're making somebody pay $30 a day for a meter? You think that's fair? That's not fair. And I don't know what purpose it brings that you could sit in there. I mean, I wouldn't sit in there. I looked at it. I'd be afraid to get something from being in there. And I'm pretty healthy, but I would never sit in there. It's stupid. I mean, to somebody that's older, that's stupid, sitting in there. Looking at what? A bunch of weeds? Flowers? Come on. He could put 2 barrels outside his house and put flowers in them, and you could sit there.
Okay, Rita, I'll give
I
you,
mean, like, I
I'm
know
gonna
the
give you
winter's-
another 30 seconds because we
Uh,
interrupted you, so you
I just want to know, do you think it's fair that somebody pays $30 a day while he's repairing a building on Cookman, or and this man over here, or woman on Banks Avenue, doesn't pay anything? It's not beautiful. I got news for you. You might think it is. They might have it in Seattle, Washington, but we don't live there. Okay?
Okay,
So is it fair?
obviously, we're gonna disagree. We think it is the right thing to do. It is owned by the city, so it'd be like, okay, the city will write the city a check for $5,000 for the park, and that's just a waste of paper. I mean, it wasn't put there by the shop owner, it was put there by the city. So the city put it there, and as far as like somebody repairing a building on Cookman Avenue, they can park 3 blocks away and walk. And same as, you don't have to sit in that park. So you can avoid it. And I'm glad you know Laura called it a dumpster, so we're making progress. Next year when it's on Summerfield, you may like it.
Well,
'Cause
did that come up by ordinance?
No, that was placed by,
Or is that just something you thought up?
It was a resolution.
it was a resolution.
I don't remember that resolution, but I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, thank you.
It's about being fair.
Hiya. Okay, so Jordan Modell, 2nd Avenue. 2 things, one super fun and one question. Just a quick report on Porch Fest. We got over 2,000 people. The people who came were incredibly generous. We actually had double the amount of money that was donated, so we ended up with almost $8,000 gross, which was great. I wanted to thank Eileen for coming on, kicking us off, Yvonne for being the hostess with the mostest, and if my eyes did not deceive me, I actually saw Amy dancing to Gina and the Dragsters. Anyway, so it went to benefit Interfaith and also for the mural that hopefully will go across from the train station. So just wanted a quick thing on that. Second one though, I do have a question because actually I went away afterwards and I know we had that torrential downpour. And I own a couple of properties in Southwest, and one of the people on DeWitt called me up in a total panic because the water was approaching her porch at that point. And there was 2 things. One is I didn't know who to call, so I called the shift commander, who was incredible, right, and sort of said what was going on. But the second thing is, I know we know about it, right, but I just wanted to ask what was being done for the blocks off of Springwood in the Southwest. Is there any plans to maybe, because there's new development there, there are going to be new houses there, the sewers will be even more clogged, and is there anything that's going to be addressed as far as that goes? So that was my only other question.
I think, and you probably missed the last meeting.
Yeah,
I
apologize.
think, no problem. I think the city manager explained it perfectly. Like, it was, nobody expected that type of rain.
Yeah.
It was like 4.3 inches in 3 hours. nobody's system, be it Neptune, be it Ocean Township, be it Elbron, be it Long Branch, every city flooded out because the flow of the pipes, as much as the stormwater pipe on Memorial Drive is 48 inches. 48 inches is a big pipe.
Yeah.
And every time we have a heavy rain, going back to when I worked for the city, before I worked for the city, and Rita will tell you, Louise will tell you, with all the water coming down, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, Sunset, we lose Memorial Drive every time until the rain stops, and then the pipe will take it to the lake, as long as the lake isn't this high. So as long as the Deal Lake Commission is lower in the lake and we can get it there, it was just a freak storm, which we're having more and more of them. So when people say there's not global warming, I think they should have their heads examined, but that's just my opinion. But as far as the pipes over there, that was the first time we have an employee, I think, lives on DeWitt. Leroy Napper, he's a foreman, and he's lived there for 7 years, and he said, I've never seen this in my life.
Right.
So it was a freak storm that just, again, the weathermen didn't predict it. We didn't lose that many vehicles. Nixle, reverse 911. We put up all the warnings as quick as we could. It was just a freak storm. If that happens again, we're going to have flooding again.
Okay. All right.
But on DeWitt, never seen that in my life.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
No, thank you. And great job with
Thank you.
Porch Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job.
It was great.
Motion closed.
Move it.
We'll move on to minutes. We have 3 sets of minutes this evening. Executive session minutes of September 26th, workshop minutes of September 26th, and regular session minutes of September 26th. Have a motion to approve, please?
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
On to the consent agenda. We have 4 resolutions. Resolution 2018-351, resolution approving special event applications. Resolution 2018-352, resolution authorizing refund of erroneously partial redeemed tax sale certificate for 121 Ridge Avenue. 2018-353, resolution of the City of Asbury Park releasing the performance bond for 12 Ocean Avenue and accepting maintenance guarantee. And 2018-354, resolution approving the 2018-2019 alcohol beverage control license for the Asbury Music Company, also known as the C.
Yeah. Are we gonna pull this thing too? I already did. Okay. Did you pull the?
Yeah, it's off the
okay.
resolution. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, please?
Move it.
Second.
Just so anybody knows, at the work session, when Alicia made the presentation, number 2 AP Santa Run was tabled and removed from tonight's agenda, so that'll be on the next agenda.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
On to individual resolutions. The first one is 2018-355, resolution approving payment of bills. Councilmember Chapman abstains from purchase order 18-02850. Have a motion to approve, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
No.
Resolution 2018-356, authorizing the professional service contract to T&M Associates to prepare the master plan for Sunset Lake. Can I have a motion to approve, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-357, awarding the contract to Millennium Communications Group for a camera system at the police department. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-358, resolution authorizing the purchase of safety lighting for 2 2018 Ford utility vehicles. Can I have a motion to approve, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-359, resolution authorizing the purchase of alphanumeric keypads for parking pay stations. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Resolution 2018-360, awarding a contract to Millennium Communications Group for security cameras. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-361, authorizing an agreement with IPS Group for a permit management system. Excuse me, can I have a motion, please?
Move it. Second.
No. Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-362, resolution of support of authorizing a New Jersey Department of Transportation Bikeways grant application and execute the grant contract. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-363, resolution of support authorizing a New Jersey Department of Transportation Safe Streets to Transit grant application and execute a grant contract. Have a motion, please.
Move it.
Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-364, resolution authorizing the City of Asbury Park to commence an action before the Superior Court of New Jersey in order to seek a judgment of compliance and repose relating to the city's affordable housing plan. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it. Second.
Comments or questions? Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
We're on to ordinances. Introduction, ordinance 2018-37. Can I have a motion to table this, please?
Move
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-46, an ordinance establishing a restricted parking space for use by handicapped persons at properties located at 912 Sunset Avenue in the city of Asbury Park, and amending and supplementing section 7-36 entitled Handicap Parking of Chapter 7 Traffic of the revised general ordinances of the city of Asbury Park, New Jersey. Can I have a motion to introduce, please?
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Public hearing is scheduled for November 8th. We're on to second reading ordinances, public hearing. Can I have a motion to table ordinance 2018-21?
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-39, can I have a motion to table, please?
Move to table. Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-42, can I have a motion to table that one as well?
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-43, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 20 Environmental Regulations by adding Section 20.6 invasive plants of the Code of the City of Asbury Park. Can I have a motion to open this ordinance to the public, please?
Move it. Second.
Motion closed.
Move it.
Second.
Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2018-43?
Move it. Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-44, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 18 sewers of the Code of the City of Asbury Park. Can I have a motion to open this ordinance to the public, please?
Move it.
Second.
Motion to close.
Move it.
Second.
See what it's explaining.
There's a motion to close in a second. Right. Rita, are you asking a question?
Yes.
Okay, you have to get up to the microphone.
Okay, Rita Avenue. Could you explain that ordinance?
This is a, yes, I'm gonna let Michael explain it, but this does us a lot of good in the future and present. Michael, please explain it.
Earlier this year, the state changed the sewer connection fee regulations. This brings the city code up to the recently changed state law. In a nutshell, what it does is it creates a more equitable system of charging sewer connection fees. It exempts or reduces the affordable housing requirements. And from the municipal side, it's more based on usage than just a general size. So for example, we've had people that have had, I'll just make up numbers, a 1-inch line, but they really are using 4 inches of sewer. We can actually charge for what the usage will be as a sewer connection and not just the usage later on. So some people have not been skirting the law, but skirting what is a fair payment, and this makes it more equitable for sewer connections.
So, does that apply to everybody?
Yes.
Does that mean our sewer tax is gonna go up?
No, this is for new connections.
Huh?
New sewer connections.
Motion to close.
Move it.
Have a motion to adopt ordinance 2018-44, please.
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Councilmember Kendall?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
There be no further business. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Move it.
Second.
All in favor? We are adjourned.